skill issue on me.
All right, everybody, and from the shores of Lake Michigan in the wonderful city of Chicago, Illinois, the High Velocity Racing League takes to the streets of Chicago for the Chicago Street Course this evening. We got 50 laps in Grant Park in downtown Chicago, and stages will be at laps number 12 and 25. 50 laps total, 4 additional sets of tires with no fast repair. And we are getting down to the nitty-gritty here of the regular season. Very little time left for these guys to lock themselves into the playoffs. This race and one more remains. There's your current points leader, the 12 of Bryce Fontaine, running some laps. He's started to get some pace here. And has started to reel in the best lap thrown down by Mercado. See there on the pylon on the left-hand side, Mercado, fastest lap so far with a 128.97. Bryce just shy of a half second behind of him on overall speed. That will play a big factor, those tires and everything that there is to be done with this car. There is Mercado, your fastest lap getter so far. What kind of speed will he show tonight in race trim? Number 82 of Kevin Fry is also been pretty quick. He's only 3/10 off of Fontaine, as you see there on the left-hand side. So We shall see. It is going to be an interesting race tonight. Keeping the car clean is going to be super important. There is very little room for error here on the streets of Chicago. Also showing some decent speed is the 9 of Mangrum. CD Mangrum has not trailing Fry very much. Only a tenth separating the two. About a tenth separating the two. Maybe faster there. Not that time around. Number 9 Coca-Cola Toyota Camry is looking good again here tonight. Ray Hanneman. He's showing some speed. He said he's starting to get the feeling of the track and starting to find some pace. So we'll see if the 85 is able to find anything here as the race goes on. Love seeing the glow of the rotors as they break hard into the hard corners here of Chicago. He's actually just improved his time there. You had a 130.36, now down to a 130.14. So slowly but surely pulling pace out of that number 85 as he slams the wall there. Another one out on track. Wilder. Mr. Wilder. A 131.57. He's 9th fastest through practice. But again, it's really going to come down to keeping that car clean. So you may not be the fastest car on track, but all it takes is one hard shot into the wall for the guys at the front, and they're going to be off the pace from there on. It does not take much. We saw some fast cars get locked up into the tires the first year that they ran the Chicago street course. Can't really get locked into the tires, like underneath of them, but a hard shot to the wall will be detrimental to your run. And the number 99, W. Camaro, will look to try to make something happen here. Justin Nava right there with Wilder as well. And the number 15, he's 7th fastest so far with a 131.31. Lots of 31s there as he collects the wall that time. Ooh, somebody slammed the tires there as practice completed. We'll see what these guys can do. Practice is over. First one on the track is Chris Weiniger. So we will take a look at what the 53 has for it. Ooh, collecting the wall there. Let's take a look at Hanneman. Number 85, Eternal Mustang. He had a good run last week at Michigan. Ooh, he gets loose there going over the bridge. Fry. He is going to finish his outlap, so let's see what he's got for speed. Good lap so far. A little bit of a bobble there. Elevation changes going over the bridges is a very difficult thing to maintain and watch out for. He's done a good job of keeping it clean so far. One more downhill off of the final corner. Let's take a look at this first lap. That puts Fry on the pole so far. And Tomlinson has already surpassed that. And Mercado has surpassed him. Up on with Mercado on his second lap here. Fastest in practice. Number 41 GTR Valvoline Mustang has been quick so far. Lots of exit speed there. Ooh, collects the wall that time. This lap won't count. So his 1:29.66 will stand as his lap. Let's take a look at Hanneman again. Should be coming around to complete his first qualifying lap, maybe his second. Not sure if he's made contact. He's got two on the board, it looks like. Let's see. Crossing the line. 131.36 for the 85. There goes Fontaine. Up to third. Fry's lap, a 130.01. And Kern will be coming off the final corner here to try to complete his lap. Not sure if he's actually got a lap down yet or not. Nava's got a lap down now. Mercado went back out for some more practice, I'm guessing. I think Bryce might be on his second lap. We'll see. Ooh. Tight quarters on the exit. Nope, down pit road he goes. So I'm guessing that was his in lap. Just getting some extra practice in there. Nava on his second lap. Real loose there. Able to keep it under him, though. Novice sitting 8th fastest right now with a 1:32.82. What's his second lap? Not faster than that, so he will maintain at the 8th position. Take a look at Mangrum. He's out there on track right now. Weiniger up to P11. Let's see what Mangrum can do here. Does he get a lap in? He does. We're going to have a GTR 1-2 for the qualifying efforts right now. A 1:29.75, blazing fast. Only the second driver to crack into the 1:29s in qualifying. Great lap from Mangrum there. Showing a lot of pace. And he's still going. I don't know if he's got another lap to spare or if he is just getting some more practice in. We'll see here if he's on another hot lap here or if this is just another practice lap. Well, if it was a cut lap, it is now a practice lap as he hits the wall there. That seemed like that was a burner too, so unfortunate for the number 9. Oh, hard shot into the tires. That's going to conclude qualifying. We will be right back with the start of this race. Lots of banter here going on behind the scenes, but here we go. We're going to go through quickly and run the grid as these guys run around and get rolling around. Let me make sure I did get that. I did not. Glad I looked. All right. Starting on your pole with a 129.661, you got Jose Mercado in the number 41. Outside of row 1 is the number 9 of CD Mangrum, teammate to the pole sitter. Starting in the 3rd position, it is the 82 of Kevin Fry with Bryce Fontaine outside of row number 2.
Some of the tighter areas here.
Row 3, Mike Marini in the number 45, and Ray Hanneman outside in 6th position. In 7th, we've got Mason Tomlinson in the number 4, and in 8th, we've got the 99 of Sean Wilder. Starting 9th, we've got Justin Nava and Joe Hudson starting in 10th. The number 52 of Sean Hapiak will be starting in 11th. And Chris Weiniger will be starting alongside of him in that 6th row. Seventh row, we'll have the number 25 of Colton Lanford and the 31 of William Kern. And our final row has the 27 of Danny Gross and the 24 of Mike Kufel. About halfway around the track here. These guys continue pacing around here for just a minute. And we'll get going. Green flag racing from Chicago.
Thanks, that's about the way I feel here.
You have to talk to this dude here in a minute.
And in one more corner, these guys will be ready to take the green flag. With the field in the hands of Jose Mercado. Safety car dives down pit road. And we are racing from Chicago. Hard braking zone here into turn number 1. Everybody seems to be single filed out here. Good look at those cars in turn 6. As they come braking hard into turn number 7. Happy had an issue. Kufel also fell back a bit as well. Jose's done a good job of keeping the lap clean so far. Final corner for Mercado as he's going to lead lap number 1. Oh, big loose for Fry right in front of Fontaine. Damage for both of them. Not sure who got the worst of that. Bryce was right on top of him. There is some big time damage to the nose of the number 12. Not sure what the handling is going to be like on Bryce's car now. Oh, issues there for both Kufel and Weiniger. They get the tire barrier into turn number 1. Oh, now Tomlinson with some issues. Tomlinson had to jump to the pits. That might be the night for the 4. Like I said, keeping the car clean is going to be priority number 1. Weiniger with some more issues there. Marini had some issues as well. Nothing too serious for Marini. He's still rolling. Weiniger's got some damage, but... Oh, yeah, no, he's crab walking. The front of that car, I could see it. Left front is towed way out. Here comes Mercado, though, crossing the line once again. Damage there from Mangrum right behind. Hanneman and Fontaine are in striking distance. Nava has to enter pit road. See if we can get a look at the front of the number 15. He's got some big damage on the nose there. Hanneman and Fontaine trying to give chase to the number 9 of Mangrum. And Hanneman is there. Oh, contact for Mangrum hard into the left wall. There, he's going to let those guys go.
I can't brake.
There goes Hanneman and Fontaine into second and third. Mercado, though, has pulled away from P2. 3.5 seconds the gap for the lead. Both Nava and Weiniger on pit road getting damage repaired. And here goes Mercado leading another lap. So far, Mercado perfect at the start. Wilder's a ways back, but he's keeping the car clean, and he's moved up 3 positions into the 5th spot. Even with the damage that Fry's gotten, he's been able to maintain 6th position. Kern trailing him very closely. Oh, that 82 is loose off of turn number 1. And Bryce has actually gotten by Hanneman for P2. He's starting to give chase to Mercado. Mercado, though, has gapped it out to a 4-second lead over the 12. Handful of drivers down pit road fixing their damage. Wilder, Fry, and Kern all battling for the fringe top 5 right now. Wilder leading the trio here that's in proximity to each other, but here comes Fry. They come ripping across the line. Wilder still holds that position. It is extremely difficult to pass here on the street course.
Sorry, Hudson.
Marini has called it an evening as well as Tomlinson. Those two both out. Bryce has clawed back some of the gap that Mercado had built. Not much, 0.3. It was up to 4 seconds, 3.7 the gap as they go down into the final corner. Mercado, having a lot of exit speed, is able to make that work. Oh, and Hanneman with an issue. In the background, you see there Fry and Wilder side by side down the front straight. At the line, Fry, a slight advantage. Wilder, he will concede the position fully. Not fully giving it up, though. He is still battling. But Fry has P5 now, as he slowly but surely claws his way back up to his original starting position. Oh, Marini's actually back out on track. I apologize. He is not. Oh, no, he is off track. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, Gross is on pit road right now. Crossing the line, there goes Mercado once again. Fontaine starting to really reel in Mercado. That gap down to 3 seconds. You see the 12 in the background. Hanneman sits in third. Saw the battle for the lead up ahead. Hanneman is holding third, but has Mangrum in tow. 2.7 the gap. Down to 2.4 now. There's Colton Lanford in the 25. He's on the tail end of the lead lap right now, but Mercado could be catching him before the end of this stage. As Mercado crosses the line. 4 more laps in this first stage. You see Bryce get big time loose there. Off of 2. Mercado catches the wall there in 3. Hits the wall hard in 4. I don't know how bad the damage is for the 41, but that was a hard shot to the left front for Mercado. That'll be something to watch here going forward. Both the first and second place cars having damage. Mercado has done a good job of really keeping the car clean so far through the first part of the race. Three more to go in this first stage. Colton Lanford coming off of turn number 1. He's going to have Mercado catching him very quickly, as well as Fontaine. Ray's been able to extend the gap over Mangrum, out over 4 seconds now for the 3rd position. Wilder still holding off Kern for P6. Keep an eye on the leaders here. Bryce has got that gap down to about a second. A really bad spot to catch a lapped car. As Bryce has got to the back bumper now. Here comes Mercado around the outside. It's about as good of an overtake as you can get over the lapped car in that portion of the track. Pit road is closed, 2 to the stage. And we got a heck of a battle here for the race lead between the 41 and the 12.
Fingers will stay open on road courses, that's why.
Battle still leaning in favor for Mercado. Another lapped car in the section. They got Kufel right in front of them. Hudson pulls over and lets the leaders go. Kufel is going to get through this section and probably let them go. He's going to let them go here, I guess. Sketchy spot, but he lets them go, and the leaders have no issue. One more trip around the street course, and oh, Bryce barely able to keep the front of the car off the back of Mercado's. He had a slide through, rather, that final corner. Yeah, one more time around. Aggressive engine braking here from both these guys. Navas getting right out of the way for these two. You know Bryce wants this playoff point. He is pushing to try to get the stage win. Mercado's led every lap so far, though. Nose to tail. A great battle for the lead on the final lap of the first stage. One more chance for Bryce. Into the braking zone of the final corner. Not going to get there. Mercado's going to get the win here in stage 1. Bryce going to make a last-ditch effort, but it is Mercado crossing the line and winning the first stage.
Twenty 24, you're in front of me, buddy. Add this. That's no fact.
Mercado, Fountaine, Hanneman, Mangrum, Fry, Wilder, Kern, Happy, Kufel, and Lanford getting stage points here in the first stage. These guys are going to have to go all the way back around one more time as they pick up the safety car here. As it starts to roll off of pit road.
His car is in the Infinity or Xfinity corner.
Jesus, we're not even close.
Mercado started on the pole, led every lap of this first stage. He's going to get a playoff point here for that stage win. A great battle for the last couple of laps, about 3 laps there between Fountaine and Mercado. So that'll be exciting to watch here going through the rest of the race. Down pit road we go. We'll go down and grab our stage 1 winner, your pole sitter, Jose Mercado. Start first in stage 1. You lead every single lap. A great battle with the 12 there at the end, but you come home with that stage point. The stage points. How are you feeling about that first stage?
I feel pretty good about it, man. They got a little bit of damage on the left front. Kind of slowed me down a little bit. Kind of repaired a little bit there and try to go for the win.
Yeah, we saw you smoke the wall. I believe that was corner number 4, the Xfinity corner there. How'd the car feel after you hit the wall there?
Wheels at about 11 o'clock, but it's drivable. I can manage it. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going to fix it on the end of stage 2 and then work the strategy from there, or what we're doing, but we're going to go for it.
All right. Well, we'll get you back down there with your teammate. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Trying to make sure we get that interview good and no issues at all.
Can I get a DOL?
Key up again for me.
'82 EOL, please.
The downfall of running both race control and the broadcast. Drivers are getting double file here for the start of the second stage. On lap number 16 will be the start. They will go 9 laps to the end of this first stage, or to the end of the second stage rather. So a little bit shorter distance for the second stage, as is normal. Mercado won't have his teammate starting to his door. He will have the 12 of Fontaine. Bryce got off pit road in second. Hanneman in third. And Jose's teammate will be starting from the second row. We'll see if he's able to get as good of a start here for the start of the second stage. Half the track completed.
Stage is at 25, correct?
Affirmative.
Hey, race control. I went into pit road and it's telling me I entered a closed pit.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is in the air, and we are racing once again. Good start so far. Couple contact there off of corner number 2. Colton, is it giving you a black flag right now?
It did. I served that penalty while I was on pit road. That's alright. I knew it was going to be a letdown anyway. Sorry.
Oh, contact between the top two. Lots of contact.
I checked.
Nobody.
You didn't have to do it.
Nobody's checked up, though, and Mangrum is going to come away with the race lead.
I know you got the inside call.
Position was grabbed there by Fontaine, but slight contact between the 85 and the 12, but then the 9 comes barreling in, and he made hard contact with the back of the 85. Mangrum will be the race leader now.
Sorry, Bryce.
And Bryce had a lot of contact between himself and Mercado, and then once again
You're good. Just driving a little pissed off now.
with the 85. Mercado caught the wall that time as well. Mangrum will start to pull away. Hanneman on the outside of the 41. He'll concede the position for now. Mangrum starts to drive away. Here goes Hanneman to the inside. He gets the position. A great pass by the 85. Showing the nose early. Making the pass happen. He's up to P2. Great work there from Hanneman. Right there in the background, right behind those two, is the 82 of Kevin Fry. Battled back from damage here early on in the race, and he's got himself up to 4th. Wilder's right behind them. William Kern behind the number 99 as well. Trying to see what Bryce's car looks like other than the damage to the nose that we already knew about. Doesn't look too bad, but still a pretty good crinkle on that nose of the 12. Still a sharp looking car though. Mangrum getting reeled in though by Hanneman. Ooh, big shot there off of corner 4 or 5. I can't remember which one that is. I think it's 5. But a big hit to the wall there from Hanneman, as he's got Mercado to the inside this time. Oh, Mercado cooked it into the corner, and he will get crossed over by Hanneman, and Fry will go by as well. Mercado, though, still trying to fight back on the inside. He is cooking the brakes and cooking the tires. He is falling back all the way to 4th now, with Wilder right there looking to strike as well. A different trio at the top than the last time, led by Mangrum, Hanneman, and Fry. These guys got 6 more laps in stage number 2. Contact back there with the wall for Fry. You see the skew on the car as they come off of that corner down the straightaway. Fry is reeled in Hanneman. These guys going to be battling for second. Mercado there in the background, starting to try to reel these guys in. Oh, Hanneman cooks it into the corner. Might have caught the inside wall there, but he's going to lose the position to Fry. Fry up to P2. Hanneman now in the clutches of Mercado once again. See there in the background, Wilder and Kern again in close proximity. These guys battling for the top 5 again. Fry's 2.7 back. 2.7 back from Mangrum. He started to close the gap there a little bit. Hanneman and Mercado. Tough battle here for third. Mercado cranking up the pressure on the 85. Four more laps here in stage number 2. Catches the wall. That time does Hanneman. Still a really good battle for third between these two. A little loose off of corner 2. Great battle between these two, though. Still, these guys doing a good job of keeping their cars clean. Mercado just not able to make the quarter panel of the 85. He's showing the nose, though. Again, really cranking up the pressure. Lap 22 has begun, and Fry has really closed in on the race lead. 0.6 the gap. Getting to him's one thing, getting by him is another. Mercado actually lost a little bit of time to Hanneman as well. These guys were nose to tail before, but a gap has begun to start spreading out there. About 0.8 of a second, Hanneman has the advantage. Mangrum really struggling for grip there. Comes around, 2 more laps. Oh, Hanneman spins it. Pit road is closed, 2 to stage. Hanneman spun out there. We saw it behind in the background. That puts Mercado back up to P3. Wilder and Kern both get by as well. So Hanneman will slot in P6 now. Bryce has done a good job of closing the gap back down, but 2 laps to go. Try to collect as many stage points as he can. He's got a long way to go to catch up to Hanneman first. Back up front, though. Mangrum holds the lead. Unless a major mistake happens, these two are going to be battling for the race lead through the second stage, trying to battle for that playoff point and the stage win. Oh, hard shot there into the wall from Mangrum. Looks like the wheel's still straight. That's a big one. Final corner. 82 locks it up a little bit. He's nose to tail with Mangrum. He looks to the right side of the number 9. Not going to have a lane there one more time around for stage number 2. Mangrum banging the doors off the car. Again, it's one thing to get to them, it's another to pass them. Fry aggressive on the brakes through this section. Through 6, it's still Mangrum coming into turn 7. One more chance. Mangrum slides. Fry looks to the inside. He dives down into the inside. Little bit of... Oh, they lock it up. Oh, and they're going to be right in the way of...
Dude, that's a fucking worry.
They're going to be right in the way of Mercado, and now Mercado gets around Mangrum.
Bro.
Okay, chill, dog.
And now Mercado is going to be able to win this second
I mean,
stage.
you dive bombed right into me. You had no way you were gonna make that.
Yellow flag is out.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
We apologize for the language there.
Pace car going into turn 3 and 4, 5.
So 25 laps to go right now. Mercado, Mangrum, Fry, Hanneman, Kern, your top 5. Fontaine, Wilder, Kufel, Lanford, and Happy round out the top 10. Those guys all getting stage points. '82 got an EOL, took an EOL as well, and was able to work his way through the field and up into third. So these guys all going to come down pit road this time around. And if I had to guess, probably get 4 tires and fuel, maybe 2. Quick pit stops for both Mangrum and Mercado. Mangrum able to get out in the lead as well, so.
Lucky dog coming around.
Not going to be grabbing an interview for the second stage because tempers were flaring there. So. And this third and final stage presented by Growmasters. Growmasters is an attractant with 30 different vitamins and minerals, as well as an all-natural organic dewormer. Unlike many other brands, Growmasters has a large ratio of healthy and beneficial ingredients for deer and a lower amount of salt. With 2 irresistible flavors of red apple and persimmon, Growmasters will bring the deer in and keep them feeling better. If a deer feels better, he eats more and he grows more, meaning a bigger rack.
My bad. Sorry.
Feed these deer, those deer, Growmasters 365 days a year for that trophy deer you've been dreaming about. For more information, head to their website, www.hhwildlifeproducts.com. This time by 22 laps to go when we go green flag racing. Looks like the clouds rolling in off of Lake Michigan into Chicago. Very overcast here. Safety car brings him around for the final time before peeling off. No more cautions. All we got is racing. 22 more laps.
If Kern gets a penalty here, you can. It's saying I got to pass him, but I was staying in the pits to fix damage, so I don't know if I'll get doing it then.
Kern, just let me know.
That should be an EOL for the 12 if you can't make it there without shooting a penalty.
As they rip away. Green flag back out.
Yeah, I got one. Gotta get a black clear. Are you?
Easier to clear one black than have other people get black flags too. That's why I didn't do that. Might cause issues. Mangrum, though, leading them with 22 to go. Mercado right there on the tail. These guys should have to pit one more time around. Don't think they can make it to the end on fuel and everything. Hard shot again for Mangrum on that same wall. He's hit that one a couple of times. Mercado shows the nose to the inside of his teammate. Not going to make it to the quarter panel. Mangrum will maintain the race lead. Hanneman did a good job of not hitting Fry there. Looked like he locked it up into turn 2. Fry defensive through 3 and 4. Off of turn 5. It will be Mangrum still in the lead. Hanneman trying to look to the side. Oh, and Wilder, hard shot. Might have blown the motor there for the number 99. No blown motor, but he is definitely going to have some damage there. Saw him get loose there off of turn 5. Through the tough 8, 9, 10. This section, honestly, has been pretty clean for the most part. This has been the hardest part, turns 9 and 10. Or 10 and 11, excuse me. And then the final corner, number 12. It's a black clear either way, I think, but thinking about that whole situation, but the top 4 all ready to pounce if somebody makes a mistake. Mangrum leads the way still, though. 20 more times around here, Chicago. Ooh, that sounded like a hard shot for Hanneman. Sounded like he caught the tires. He does fall away from the top 3 a little bit. Little loose for Mangrum there in turn 6. Oh, he gets loose through 7. Keeps it out there, and that's going to be Mercado getting to the lead. Mercado and Fry get through. Hanneman also gets through. Locks it up. Mangrum will fall in line in 4th. Kern right behind him. Mercado on the point once again. Fry did battle with one GTR driver. He's going to do battle with the other one now for the race lead. Hanneman, Mangrum. See Bryce there coming off of turn 5. Fry with a great exit off of 12. Heck of a run down the straightaway. Looking for exit speed, trying to find something. Any way to get by the leader. Mercado may have had some slight contact there. It sounded like there was something, but maybe a netcode touch. Through 3, though, he's started to gap out. This has been one of Mercado's strongest sections. 3, 4, and 5. Hanneman and Mangrum still nose to tail here as they come off of turn 5. Mangrum shows the nose to the inside. Hanneman will still have the position, though. Oh, and he spins it off a 6. Big spin. Keeps it out of the wall, though. But there goes Mangrum and Kern. And Bryce will get by Hanneman as well. That puts Bryce back up to P5. Oh, Fry had an issue there. Not sure what happened to him. He falls away drastically.
Hitting.
Fry coming into pit, so maybe some damage for the 82. Oh, definitely some damage for the 82. He is very slow. Not sure exactly what happened. But there goes Mangrum back up to P2. Kern in 3rd. Now Bryce and Hanneman 4th and 5th. Oh, Bryce has some massive damage on the nose of the car. Did not see what happened to the front of the 12. Mercado built a good gap with the damage to Fry. highlighted how difficult it is to pass here. Kern trying to chase down Mangrum. They're doing a good job of holding off Kern for now. Unfortunately, Fry's night is done. Still a handful of drivers out there running that could pass him up. Nava, Kufel. And potentially Weininger, depending on what happens with him. Yeah, Mangrum starting to build a gap over Kern. Even with the damage, the number 9 car has been pretty quick today. Race leader on an island by himself with 15 laps to go. A nearly 8-second lead to his teammate CD Mangrum. And another 2 to 3 seconds back for William Kern. Kern been keeping that Camaro nice and clean throughout the race so far.
I've got like 15 minutes of damage. Thank you, sir. Shit show of a race. And I might kill you. We're good. My steering wheel is literally vertical.
Not sure what he meant by that. I'll be honest. Hanneman sitting in the 4th position, though. Oh, there's Weininger spun out. He let Hanneman go, though. Yeah, Bryce coming down pit road. I would imagine a lot of damage to be repaired for the number 12. Looks like he's kind of crab walking it a little bit down pit road. And right in front of the race leader is the number 25. I believe that's Lanford anyway. Yeah, that is Lanford right in front of Mercado, the tail end of the lead lap. Lanford gets out of the way. And there goes Mercado by him.
Yeah, I got you, man.
13 more laps here from Chicago. No real close gaps going on here for anybody. Hanneman's a ways back. Wilder's closest to him, but he's still also about 7 seconds back. There's Wilder in the number 99. Mangram's closing in on Lanford. In pretty much the same spot that Mercado caught him. Whoa, got big loose there up the hill. And around him goes the number 9. Kern should be able to get Lanford here pretty quickly as well. Hanneman down pit road. Is this for damage repair or is it for tires and fuel?
Thanks, Bolton.
I got you.
Looks like Hanneman just getting some fuel, topping it off, and getting back out on track. He'll rejoin the race in the 5th spot. As Mercado comes around 11 more times around here for the number 41. Mangrum down pit road this time as Kern overtakes him and goes up to 2nd position. And Mangrum, fuel only. The number 9 comes back out, only having lost the position to Kern. Now we look to the front couple of drivers. Mercado, when will he have to come down pit road? Obviously, he's got a sizable gap. Yeah, here he comes this time by. Down pit road he goes. Around comes Kern. He's staying out one more time. Cole Lanford lost it there right in front of Mercado. Mercado rejoins the race in the second position, so he will have only lost the spot to Kern. Hanneman is pit as well. The only one in the top 5 to have not pit is Kern. Wilder comes out in 4th. Started the pit road escapade in 4th as well, so did not lose a spot. Kern. Will Kern come to pit road this time around? Yes, indeed. Down comes the 31. Mercado coming off of turn 11. So Kern should get the lap led. Yeah, he will. Mercado goes by, though. And Reed takes the race lead. Mangrum will also get by Kern. And the gap that Mercado had was over 10 seconds to Kern. That gap has shrunk to 9 seconds to Kern, who's in 3rd. Mangrum having overtaken Kern that time around. Eight more laps here. Mangrum's actually reeling Mercado in as well. A little bit. 6.3 the gap to P2. You can see Mangrum in the background there coming off turn 5. And Kern just coming off of 5 and going down that straightaway as well. Wilder sitting in 4th. See the 31 in the background going the opposite direction. Hanneman slightly behind Wilder, about 7 seconds. Sits in 5th. No real battles going on here. Everybody kind of on an island by themselves.
honestly think we should just go too wide and hit the brakes.
And as Mercado comes around, we begin lap number 45, presented by Growmasters. Growmasters is an attractant with 30 different vitamins and minerals, as well as an all-natural organic dewormer. Unlike many other brands, Growmasters has a large ratio of healthy and beneficial ingredients for deer and a lower amount of salt. With 2 irresistible flavors of red apple and persimmon, Growmasters will bring the deer in and help them feel better. If a deer feels better, he eats more and grows more, meaning a bigger rack. Feed those deer Growmasters all year round for that trophy buck you've been dreaming about. For more info, head to their website, www.hhwildlifeproducts.com. And with 6 to go, Mangrum has closed the gap to 4.5. Current still stable in 3rd position, 10.5 seconds back almost. But Mangrum is pushing to try to get caught up to his teammate. Mangrum did a good job through turn 1, really closing the gap. Three, 4, and 5 have been a strong spot for Mercado all race long. But even there, Mangrum closes in a couple of tenths. Mangrum, very aggressive, has got it underneath 4 seconds with 4 laps to go. A second a lap to get there. But he's got to make the pass happen still, too. And, oh, getting loose off of 2 will not help that cause. That might secure it even more for Mercado. Oh, and hammers the wall in 4. How will Mangrum navigate the lap traffic? He gets by Kufel, no problem. And Bryce stays hard to the left. Lets Mangrum get by. Two to go here. Mercado leads it. Still done a good job of maintaining the gap since Mangrum had been really closing it in. You see the gap there. Colton up to 5th position. And the white flag in the air for Mercado. One more trip around here in Chicago. Started to build that gap out even more now. Almost out to 5 seconds. It will take a major mistake from Mercado for Mangrum to get the win here. Off 5, no issues. Down the long straightaway to turn 6. No issues through turn 6. Over the bridge and into turn number 7 he goes. Smooth sailing there in turn 7. Nava gets right out of the way of the top 2. Allows them both by. Mercado. Down to turn 11. And for the last time, into the final corner, number 12. As he comes flying off at 12 to the checkered flag, Jose Mercado wins from Chicago. Mangrum brings it home second. Mercado, Mangrum, Curran, the top 3. And Wilder comes home 4th with Colton Lanford in 5th. Fontaine 6th. Hanneman 7th. Kufel, Nava, Weiniger round out the top 10.
Oh, that's wild.
Just waiting on the top 3 to get to the broadcast waiting room. Just waiting on the top 3 to get to the broadcast waiting room, but I'm not sure that they're going to be coming up. Here goes Mangrum into the waiting room, so we've got one of our 3. Well, we'll run through the running order, I guess, as we wait for the drivers. And even here, it's actually showing CD Mangrum as the winner. That's interesting.
Can you mute the stream really quick?
Yep. the unofficial results here, we've got Mercado in first with CD Mangrum P2, William Kern P3, Sean Wilder P4, Colton Lanford in fifth, Bryce Fontaine will come home sixth, Ray Hanneman in seventh, Kufel in eighth, Justin Nava in P9 with Chris Weiniger rounding out the top 10, Kevin Fry in 11th, 12th goes to Sean Happick, 13th Joe Hudson, 14th Danny Gross, 15th Mike Marini, and rounding out the field Mason Tomlinson. And we will grab our third place finisher, William Kern. Mr. Kern, you come home in the third position. Difficult track, I take it, tonight?
Yeah, this is actually my first time on Chicago Street Course. I actually bought it just tonight. They ran it last season too, and I refuse to run it. I hate these type of tracks. I don't mind them in open wheel, but in NASCAR cars, it's just these things don't belong in these type of tracks. But it was a stolen third. A couple of my teammates had some issues. Other people had issues. I started almost dead last too, so anything in the top 5 I would have been happy with.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of nailed it on the head. You had your teammates racing around you for a good portion of the race, and their misfortune turns into your fortune. Take us through kind of just battling through the grind of this type of a street course. It's tight quarters and really difficult, no room for forgiveness. Talk us through your mindset there.
I mean, you said it right on perfectly. It's very tight quarters. It's not like a regular road course or whatever. You know, you got grass that's forgiving, you got a little dirt that's forgiving. You go off course, it's not a big deal. Here, there is no off course. If you're off course, you're in the wall. And a lot of these turns are so sharp that you got to give and take with your fellow racers in order to get by them. Because trying to pass while the other one's trying to race you is really, really hard here without wrecking each other. A lot of people were give and take tonight. Some people were racing a little too hard. I was just out there trying to mind my own business and bring it home in one piece. I got into it a little bit with my teammate there. Second stage, I think it's lap 1. He got turned around, and when I came around the corner, it was a blind corner. I seen him last second, jacked the brakes, and I got run into from behind, which put me back into him. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I'll take a third place finish any day of the week here. I still don't like the racetrack, and it can be taken right off the schedule if you don't mind.
Well, next weekend we got the Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, so we're off. But we're going to Charlotte the week after. 200 laps, big race there. How are you feeling about Charlotte?
I like Charlotte. Everybody likes Charlotte. Charlotte's one of them tracks that everybody's good at, so it'll probably be some really good racing there. I think it's a really long race too. It's one of our longer ones of the season, and it's the last race of the regular season too. So it's going to be a lot of rough racing, a lot of close quarters, not much give and take, I'm sure. Those of us that are locked in might be a little more careful, but those that are not are going to be racing for that to make sure they're in the playoffs. So I look forward to that race. Hopefully again I bring it home in one piece, but. Yeah, I won't know what to do with myself next week, so I'm ready for Charlotte now.
All right. Well, anybody want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, always gotta thank the wife, man. She lets me do this every other night or whatever. I'm in a few leagues, so appreciate the time that she gives me there away from the family. She keeps the kids busy while I'm doing this. So thank you up in the booth. I know it's difficult up there, man. I feel you. I do it on Sundays, and it's 2 of us, so I give you props for doing it all by yourself, man. Appreciate the guys that put this league together, and yeah, thank my sponsors, Pride and Trust Painting and Red Orchards there. So yeah, again, look forward to Charlotte.
All right, William Kern, P3 tonight. We'll catch you next race.
All right, have a good night, dude.
Up next, we're going to have CD Mangrum in the number 9. Unofficial results showing you P2 right now, CD, but a good night overall. Good battles overall throughout the race, and it looked like you were chasing down your teammate there through that third stage. Take us through your race.
The car was junked on lap 2 or 3. I started cramping and qualifying.
I got a good lap in, but I kept cramping to start the race for my braking foot, and I just kept smacking the wall, and I don't know what happened in that turn. Like they stacked up in it. Supposedly I drove through someone. I was braking, went right. I mean, they were in the middle of the turn. I don't know. I had to see a replay. But I don't think I didn't intentionally run anybody over, but whatever happened in front of me happened, and I tried to avoid it. Got to the lead, and I was just kind of, the wheel was at 11 o'clock, and I kind of banged the wall again, trying to get it straight, and then I was trying to hoping to get a stage win there, stage two, I think it was. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead, but really the car was just kind of junk the whole race, just trying to wheel it through. Apologies to the broadcast for my outburst right there at the end of stage two. I don't know if I would have sent it that deep in that turn personally, but we started out front stage three, and I had some really bad damage on the rear end, and the car just kind of took off from me, and the carousel spun around, got it back straight, and got to a second place. Some say first place. Who knows? But yeah, it was a wild race. My car was completely junked there at the end. I just kept hitting the wall trying to get it straight. Eventually, I got the wheel back to 12, so that was great. But yeah, I liked the track. It was fun. I just wish I was a little more prepared, and I wish I'd have had some electrolytes and maybe some pickle juice ahead of time for my cramping.
Yeah, take us through driving with that damaged car. I mean, like you kind of summed it up. It was difficult. Well, you seemed like you had a lot of pace because you were catching Mercado there for a good portion of that third stage.
Yeah, he backed off a little bit there, trying to not hit the wall himself. I mean, I just kept smacking the wall, just slapping it. Left side, right side, didn't matter. I'm really glad I didn't get a meatball, but it just wouldn't. I just couldn't get it to turn. Sometimes it would turn good after hitting the wall. It would knock it nice. I'd hit the wall again, and it would get tight. But we were just hustling there at the end.
Yeah, and next week we're off for the Memorial Day weekend, but we do have Charlotte coming up the week after that. We got 200 laps there. How you feeling about the big mile-and-a-half Charlotte?
I like Charlotte. It's a good track. It's gonna be tough to pass sometimes with these cars. Tires are a big factor there. So we'll just try to get track position. I think that's key. Try to save our tires and see what we can get there at the end. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll be locked in. The results are kind of in question right now, but good win to Jose if that stands, and that's the teammate. Good 1-2 finish for GTR, and yeah, we'll go into the break. We'll have a nice little vacation. We'll sit by the pool. We'll have a ton of Budweisers going on, and we're gonna be playing the latest and greatest music, and we're gonna celebrate America and the everyone who fought for it.
Couldn't have said it better. Anybody you want to shout out before we let you go, CD?
Hey, shout out to the whole West Side, North Side Drive.
There you go. CD Mangrum P2 tonight. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And the race winner, Jose Mercado. Unofficial results showing you in the first position. But, yeah, good race for you. Started on the pole. You're able to bring it home in the first position. How you feeling tonight?
Pretty good. Good to get a win. I love this track. Even though some people don't like it, they don't think the cars are made for this track. But I love this track. Made a bunch of mistakes, way too many mistakes. Hit the wall way too many times. I felt like my pace was like in the 128s. But was able to get lucky on stage two when Fry and they're coming to checker flag on stage two. So I was able to sweep the whole race. But all in all, wasn't too happy with the race. I just made way too many mistakes.
Yeah, take us through, battling back from the mistake the mistakes that were made. You were back as far as like fourth or fifth at one point. Talk about battling your way back to the front through the traffic.
Well, my wheel was like around 11 o'clock. was hard to get off the corners. It was fine turning in. It was just hard getting off the corners. The car would get loose. So I knew stage 2 I was cooked. I was gonna try, to fix some damage coming to stage 3, but at this track is so narrow. It's just track position just means so much. Dropping back to 7th or 8th, fixing all the damage wasn't gonna help it. So I just stayed out there and manned it out. And luckily, CD made a mistake while he was leading in stage 3, and he spun the carousel. Then I had Fry up my bumper for like 3 laps. Then he made a mistake, also locked it up going into the carousel and went head on. So I feel like I earned it, but I also feel like I got lucky that I didn't hit the wall where it was completely ending damage.
Yeah, we saw multiple drivers have, terminal damage by hitting the wall. So, I mean, fortunate for you for that as far as that goes. So, but we are going to Charlotte in a couple of weeks. Next week we're off for the Memorial Day weekend. We're going to Charlotte for 200 laps. Tell me how you feeling about Charlotte.
Don't like the track, but hey, I'll try to get as much as I can out there. Never gotten a feel for Charlotte in iRacing. It's just either too tight or too loose. It is the longest race of the season, so it's gonna be a tough one. Just try to stay out there and avoid the wrecks, because there's normally a lot of wrecks coming off of 4. Cars get really loose. They get really light coming off of 4. So, hey, try to get as many points as I can next weekend or in 2 weeks, and keep on going.
All right. And anybody want to shout out before we let you go?
Shout out to all the GTR guys, and appreciate you being up in the booth and all the guys that make this happen. And on to the next one.
All right. Jose Mercado, you get the win here tonight. Congratulations. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And that's going to be it for us here from Chicago. And again, we are off next week for the Cup Series for the Memorial Day weekend. We have one more race ahead of us. That is this Sunday from the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Truck Series. The penultimate race for them. And we will see what they can do at the high banks of Atlanta, the super speedway racing type track now, the drafting track. So we shall see how that goes. Everybody here from High Velocity Racing League, that's going to do it here tonight. We will catch you guys on Sunday.